What's going on, guys? So this little intro I'm filming after part of the skating that I've already done that you guys are going to see here in a minute. But today's video is going to be kind of chill because I had to work today and today is kind of hot. And before anybody talks shit, because there was a couple comments on one of my shorts that I did, the one where I was dropping in on the hubba. One of them, a dude trying to say like, you know, at 28 you should be grinding it and using like an actual hubba and not dropping in on it. So that comment, I didn't get to skate for 2 weeks. I only had a couple hours of skate and I just wasn't feeling the best. And that just looked like a fun thing to do. It was about having fun. And not to mention, if you've never been to that park, that hubba is actually tall. It's a tall hubba and nobody ever actually skates that thing that I've seen because that thing was dry. Like there was no spots of wax ever being put on it. So I don't think anybody ever actually skates that thing because of how big it really is. So I just had some fun with it, especially because it was narrow and it had some impact. I don't skate a lot of impact anymore as much as I would like to. So I was kind of just doing that for a fun way to get my legs going to see how it felt. Because it was about like a chest high drop. I'm about 5'7". So that was probably like a 5-foot drop at the end and I'm not used to taking that much impact anymore. So it was kind of just to experiment with that. But to the dude that was trying to say that I'm not the best at skating, it's not always about doing the hardest tricks, dude. Like sometimes it's fun to just do your basic tricks, run through them all and just have a good time. You don't always have to go super hard or get super tech. Like I've got some harder and more tech tricks that I could do, but I don't want to sit there and just do those every time I skate. So this video is kind of the same thing. We're not doing anything super crazy or super tech because I haven't gotten to skate in a week and today is really hot. So I don't know if I'm gonna be going back out and doing any more tricks. I had to sit in my car in the AC because you can see I'm sweating so bad and my face is probably red. But the point of me doing this video is to kind of do some experimenting with editing. I recently found out, I don't know how I didn't know this in the few months that I've been using this app, but there's actually settings for keyframes that you can do editing to where if you have to set your phone up on like a tripod or something like that, you can set keyframes that way it's actually got motion to it. So it's not just a still shot the entire time. And I kind of played around with it with a clip that I've like put on Instagram and stuff. So I'm gonna test it out with this video, and every clip of me skating that you're gonna see is gonna involve those keyframes. So this is more of just kind of fun experimental video, but let me know what you guys think in the comments down below if you like this style of editing with the keyframes and all that, and I will keep doing them. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into the skating. There's a couple tricks, well, not really a couple tricks. There was one trick so far that I've done. Like I said, I don't know if I'm gonna get back out and skate anymore because I'm like overheating. But there was one trick I haven't really done recently that I wanted to do again, which was switch front side no slide on a ledge. And it kind of took me a minute to build up to it to hop back into it again. But once I did it, I did like 3 or 4 of them. They didn't have like the best slide to them because the ledge isn't super waxed and I didn't bring wax with me today. But I at least got into like 3 or 4 of them. They slid a little bit and they were clean, so I'll take them. But here's the skating for you guys to enjoy. Yeah, switch front nose has been a minute. Oh, that was scary. All right, so this little intermission real quick. I'm actually filming this the same time that I just filmed the intro for this video. So I'm gonna get back out and try to do a couple manual combos. Nothing super crazy, but there's 2 sets of ledges here that have really low like steps on them. And I've done it before where I did like manual across one, drop down a manual, and then pop up to another manual in the next one. And I'm gonna try to do that. Well, not try, I'm pretty sure I'll be able to do it again, but I'm gonna do it again so that we can try to use the keyframes with those and kind of just see how it looks. But I'll probably try to do a couple, and both these are ones that I have done, but I'm gonna try to do the manual, drop down manual, pop to another manual, and then the other one will be the same thing, but instead of popping to a manual, I'll just pop onto a 50/50 on the smaller ledge. But those are probably the last couple that I'm gonna do because I'm still just exhausted. I don't know how much more I've got in me. But yeah, we're just gonna have fun, and I hope these clips turn out pretty good, because now that I understand that this app has keyframes that I use for editing, and like I understand how to use the keyframes now, I should be able to get some decent clips out of them. And with that too, I should be able to do some better like solo parts, because I've had a couple of video parts that I've made just on my own time by myself with no filmers, because I don't really have a lot of people to film or even skate with. So I've done a couple street parts where I just was by myself, just set up a tripod and just went. And obviously a lot of them have been like still frame shots. I do have a device that like tracks movement, like AI movement kind of thing, and I had like a clip or two where I got filmed with that. But yeah, every clip for those street parts has just been me by myself because I don't have a filmer. So hopefully now that I know that there's these keyframes, I should be able to add a little bit more to these parts when I do them. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get out and just try a couple of these manuals and see if I can at least get a couple more clips. So yeah, the very bottom step on that one, so manual to that one, drop down manual, and then the lower step on this last one, we'll do one where we pop up to a manual on that, and then another one where we pop onto a 50/50. So I don't think when you go to a skate park and you see signs saying to wear protection, I don't think that this is what they're referring to. Like, whoever brought that here, seriously, like, you need to get the fuck out of here with that. That's ridiculous, because there's kids and stuff that come here too. Alright, I changed my mind. We're not even gonna do two. We're gonna try manual, two pop-up 5.0. So something completely new for me. I did the 50/50 one again, but I want the 5.0. Just for fun, I got one flat ground trick that I want to do in addition to the ones I did earlier. And it's a trick that I love to do off of things and down things and over gaps and all that. So let's get one flat ground real quick before we call it. So yeah, I decided to do a backside flip right at the end on flat just for the fun of it. I haven't done that one in a little bit because there hasn't really been any like bigger obstacles that I've wanted to do it on. Now, backside flips for me are just super fun when it's intentionally on something bigger, whether it's like a bump over something or just going down, going over something else. Like, it's just one of those tricks for me. It's just super satisfying when I can pop it right, flick it, get a good catch, and just land it solid. Like, here's one that I did on a trip with Puncher Skateboards a couple years ago at a park in Pennsylvania. Like, something about just floating a backside flip is just the most satisfying thing in the world to me, or like one of the most satisfying things. But with that, thank you guys so much for hanging out and watching this video. I really do hope you guys enjoy the editing with the keyframes. Let me know down in the comments below if it's something that you did enjoy seeing. I'll try to incorporate more as I can, but thank you guys so much for hanging out, and I'll see you in the next video.